Assalamualaikum and good evening to Dr. Asmani and my fellow friends. Okay, today we are we will present about the tariff and protectionist measure impact consumer, business, and the overall global economy. So on this group, we have three members. Okay, by the way, my name is Muhammad Ashraf Kamazaman, and our group members is Nur Shakir Namrah, and the next one is Nur Aina Abdul Ghani. So now I will starting with introduction first. Okay, for the international trade allow countries to access goods, service, and resource they lack while enabling business to reach the largest market. However, many governments use protectionist policies such as tariff, quota, and subsidy to shield domestic industry from foreign competition. While this measure can protect jobs and promote economic stability, they can also raise chaos for consumers. So now I will go into the main issue and the problem. So we have 3 points here. First is consumer, second business, and the third one is global economy. So we're going first to consumer. On consumer, we have 4 points, and the first one is final burden on consumer. So the consumer ultimately pay the cost of higher tariff and restriction. And the point two is the market uncertainty and the supply chain disruption, price instability, and reduced product availability. The third point is rising price. Importing goods become costly. Domestic price also increase. And the fourth one is overall effect. It means increase. It means overall price will increase cost of living and decline in consumer welfare. So now I will go into business part. We have 5 points here. For the first one is supply chain distribution. For industry relation on important part, it's something like electronic, vehicle, pharmacy, and this one will be face production delay and the shortage. The second one is higher operational cost, tariff related expenses, squeeze profit margin and raise final product price. The third one is rising financial risk. Their point is potentially ASEAN trade define deficit of up to RM 10 billion annually. The fourth one is over dependence on single market. US tariff hike increase vulnerability to trade shock, urgent need for market diversification. And the fifth one is diplomatic tension. Tariffs and tariff trade negotiation. US restrained to ASEAN collective approach at competitive. And the third one is global economy. Economy, we have 4 points. The first one is economic fragmentation undermines the rule-based global trading system. The second one is weakness multilateral cooperation, increased risk of political motivated trade action. And the third one is geopolitical tools that refuse to advance national strategy interest, adding to global tension. And the fourth one is national vulnerability. So on this point, we have two parts. The first one is 60% of export to the US are electrical and electronic products. And the second one is higher risk of revenue loss and exclusion from global value chain if tariff target this sector. So now I will proceed to next presenter. Thank you.
My name is Nisha Kirin, and I'm going to talk about major impact of tariff on imported goods. Tariff don't just affect the price but also ripple across consumer, business, and the global economy, that creating the challenges that are interconnected. So for consumer, we can see that tariff directly increase the price of imported goods that push up the living cost. But the effect go further, which is supply chain disruption can delay delivery and cost shortage, making the price unpredictable. With the fewer foreign competitors in the market, local producers face less pressure to innovate. So this can lead to the higher price and even lower quality product. Consumer pay more and have a fewer choice. For business, tariff hit business too, but the industry that rely on imported component face higher production costs. Company that have to choose whether they have to increase the product price or accept the lower profit margin. The uncertainty of the trade policy can also discourage investment. Business depending on a single export market are particularly vulnerable that if that market impose tariff, company must scramble to find a new buyer or a supplier. So diplomatic tension from trade dispute can further slow long-term growth, making business planning even more challenging. Next, for global economy, on a global scale, tariff disrupt the efficiency of the interconnected supply chain. Every stage of production, such from raw material to finished goods, they can be affected. So higher costs and delays sometimes force companies to relocate factory to country with more favorable trade condition, which is often costly in short term. Tariff used as geopolitical tools, such as during trade war, it to reduce international trust and weaken institutions like WTO. So the result was lower investment confidence, slower global GDP growth, and more fragmented world economy. While tariff may provide temporary relief to some domestic industry, they create widespread economic challenges. So consumer pay more, business face higher costs, and uncertainty and the global economy become less stable. So it's a complex problem that requires careful policy consideration. Next, we move to the alternative solution and option. For this part, I will explain some alternative to tariff. Alternative may protect local industry for a short time, but there are ways better that can help consumer, business, and global trade without causing too many problems. Firstly, for consumer, one way is to give the subsidy or tax cut for important goods that become more expensive because of tariff. This helps to keep the price stable for household. For example, Malaysia has used full subsidies when oil price goes up. So we can check how well this works by looking at the inflation and people ability to buy things. Next, for business, the focus should be on improving efficiency and innovation. So government can give support like grant, low interest loan, and training program. For example, Malaysia Industry Forward help manufacturer use technology and automation to make work faster and cheaper. By this, we can see if it's worth by checking the business export more and produce more efficiency. Next, for global trade, country can make stronger trade agreement instead of using tariff. So agreement like CPTPP allow trade to be fair but still protect the industry. Country can also use the rule about quality, safety, and the environment. So by this rule, they will keep the competition fair and encourage better product. So the subsidy for consumer, support for business, and fair trade agreement are better alternative to tariff. So this strategy help industry grow without causing high price or problem in the global trade. That's all for me. I pass the next.
Good day everyone, I'm Nur Aina binti Abdul Ghani from BIB. Today I will be sharing my observation and recommendation on effective trade solution and then summarizing my conclusion. We know that trade policy like tariffs and subsidies are often used to protect local industry, but they also come with challenges that need careful balancing. While tariff can offer short-term relief to domestic industry, they often increase consumer price, limit competition, and create successful trade conditions. To address these issues, I recommend a more balanced approach. In the short term, government can provide target support such as temporary subsidy, tax reduction, and grant for essential goods. A good example is Malaysia's fuel subsidy during periods of rising global oil price, which helped protect household purchasing power and control inflation. For the long term, the focus should be on building capacity and resilience. This means investing in productivity, innovation, and technology to strengthen the competitiveness and reduce reliance on imported inputs. Trade policies such as tariff quotas and subsidies are powerful tools that can help protect and grow local industries. When used carefully, they can nurture weaker sectors and support long-term development. However, these measures also raise prices for consumers, limit choices, and can strain global trade relationships. The solution lies in balance. Immediate relief such as subsidies and tax breaks should be combined with future-focused strategies like investing in technology, improving productivity, and encouraging innovation. Strong trade agreement and fair trade help maintain open, cooperative, and stable trade relations. In conclusion, trade rules should be planned with both the present and the future in mind, by protecting industries today while preparing them for tomorrow, and by working closely with international partners, we can achieve steady, fair, and sustainable economic growth.